Hey guys, what's going on? Fly my pawn here. Welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. So, to give a rough explanation, I am doing, at least for Twitch, what I'm doing here is I'm doing a makeup session today. So, I'm not sure how long this is going to run. We'll have to see, but I'll try and get at least 2 to 4 hours in before I end stream. And we will be getting into Elden Ring in a later date, or at least later on today. So, I'm just doing this today, so I got it. I got the footage, that sort of thing. But I digress. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream, and let's get into it. Because we caught quite a bit to do. Because I do believe we have actually finished the Kingmaker, or at least we have finished the, not the Kingmaker stuff, obviously. But we have managed to finish off. We got to become king, obviously. And yeah, we're going to do a bunch of edicts, because I do believe we've done all the more miscellaneous stuff. And if we have anything else that we want to do, that'll be what we do. So, without further ado, let's just get into things and see what happens, because we got quite a bit to do. Mainly just edicts, but let's see what we find. But I digress. Let's go. But yeah, to give a rough explanation, because I did not stream yesterday, which I was kind of hoping I would, but time schedule, I was busy, a lot of things got in the way. That is why I'm going to be doing it very early today, this stream. So I will be able to get the footage here, and then I can get the footage for Elden Ring. So that'll be, Elden Ring will be going on at a normal time, as I plan. And anything else that we get into, well, I guess we'll see. Okay, advisors are set up. And we can't do any projects until all of our problems are sorted, I do believe. I guess technically we could cancel some of the edicts if we wish. The biggest issue is the problems. Yeah, Combat Priest is the only opportunity among them. Okay. And each are going to take 4 days anyways. So we got 4 days of free time to actually do something not in the kingdom. Which is interesting. That leaves us with a lot of things we can do. Alright, before we go... Yeah, no, there's nothing. Okay, we got nothing for the storyteller to use, so that is an issue. Well, not an issue, but something we have to keep in mind. What I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to do a quick rest. So I'll get a rest in the bed real quick. There we go. Now it'll take 3 days to finish everything else. But before that, what we're going to do, we're going to exit on out. We'll have our usual hodgepodge of group. And let us get into building. Because that is what we're going to do, I think, to start with. Alright, first let's check the journal just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Beneath the Stolen Lands have already been done. Okay. It appears that we've done most of the kingdom quests. Yep. Ancient Curse Part 4. Wait for King Garrison. Okay. Yep, nope. Literally everything is basically good. Alright, first and foremost, let's get the kingdom thing up. Let's go to the map. We're going to start with Talzaford, because I do believe we can make some more stuff here. It appears we've got the Goblin Quarters, which is interesting. It does provide espionage, though, which is the fantastic thing. Apparently it also affects the Barbarian Arena, so that's nice. Okay, so we're going to want Kimiel's shop. Is there anything? There's Shariel's sewing shop. Okay, we can get a tannery if we so desire, but no, I'm going to avoid that for now. We got the teleportation circle, so that's fine. We've got the marina, which is a pier, basically. What else we got? There's the mage's tower we can grab. Alright, so we got Kimiel's, we got Charles, so we don't need to worry about those. Alright, there's the courthouse, there's the goblin headquarters. We have a fort if we so desire, but I don't think we need that. Our military might is actually quite fantastic right now. Although we could do with espionage or other such things. Let's see. Stability's doing perfect. What we're going to look for is relations, divine, arcane, culture, and espionage. Okay. So the main things we're going to look for is relations, arcane, and espionage, because they are the lowest stat we have. And we should probably upgrade those before we do anything. Okay, let's see. Allows governing the kingdom from adjacent regions, even if the regions are not part of the kingdom. In addition, lowers the time required to resolve events by 1 day in this and adjacent regions. Okay, so if it's Talzaford specifically, I do believe that actually helps quite a bit. Plus it's espionage as well. So we're gonna get the aviary. Okay, we can reduce loyalty in expense for relations and espionage, which is gonna be nice. So let's get one of those. We've got a tavern, longhouse, garrison, school, shrine, and teleportation circle. We can get a lighthouse to give ourselves stability and espionage. And what else would we need in this case? Do we have a tannery? We've got a watchtower. No tannery, it seems. So I think what we're going to go for is the tannery. Strictly for the benefits of 1 BP per week. And that actually... Oh, no, wait. It's a single slot. Hold on. Never mind. Let's see. I could get a lumberyard, which will increase relations when located in a settlement with peers, which this does have. So it'd be an economy plus and a relations plus, which is something we do need relations for. Okay. Okay, so that's Talzaford dealt with. And Talzaford is a North Gnarl Marshes thing. So if I'm not mistaken, yes, if Talzaford is affected, then we affect adjacent regions, which is the... Actually, hold on, let me see. Yeah, so... The North Gnarl Marshes affect the Shrike Hills. It affects the outskirts. It affects Glenborn, or Glenbon, or Glenabon. It affects the Dire Gnarl Marshes and the South Gnarl Marshes. So it is literally prime location for a aviary. Especially if we want to settle edicts a little faster. Alright. Next, we've got the Shambling Steppes in Tussdale. Okay, that's the Shambling Steps. So, Shambling Steps is connected to the Common Lands. And if I want to get the most out of this, I'm going to have to build up to Silver Steps specifically, is what I'm thinking, to place an aviary. And then I can get the Shambling Steps set up, put simply. I kind of wish I could move the Shambling Steps, but I don't think you can, is the problem. So that is an issue, but it is not a big issue. But I digress. That is a lot of stuff that we have to cover. But if we can get Silver Step connected, then we can get the aviary there, reduce turns for all these continents, especially the Shrike Hills as well, because there's a little gap there that you can search from. Oddly enough. So that's another prime location. But that's besides the point. Alright, let's go to Gnarl Keep. Let's get 300 BP to work with. Alright, let's see. Got a bulletin board, we got the stocks, Longhouse, Tavern. If I lose... Let's see. What would I need to lose in order to... Okay, Shayna's shop. Okay, I can either get rid of the granary, the brewery. Alright, let's sell the granary because that is the least effective. And then we'll get Shayna's shop of exotic goods. And technically, I guess we could just do apiaries literally everywhere. But I think key locations are important. And it's not like you can build here anyways. Alright, but that's the apiary setup. Or, not the apiary, but... other stuff. Alright, trade guard. Let's see. It is currently full on materials. We got Bulkin stuff, we got teleportation circle, tavern, longhouse, shrine. So basically it's, for the most part, it's basically done. We got the bulletin board and stocks, so that's fine. Alright, Shambling Steps. Let's see, how are you doing, build-wise? Got 10 out of 10 slots, I got teleportation circle. Alright, we got the bulletin board, but we don't have the stocks? It's looking like we don't have the stocks, so that's not good. Okay, let's get rid of the barracks. So we'll lose the military instability. Let's see. Nazriel's weapon shop, Varas weapon shop, tavern. Okay, we got the bulletin board, but we need the stocks. That will help with our edicts in the future. And there we go. And now we're just left with Varnhold, which should already be done. It's basically good to go. Let's see. We can make an aviary here as well. So that's something to keep in mind. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to have an aviary. I'm just not sure. Alright, well, hold on. Let's start with the bulletin board. We don't actually have a bulletin board here, which kind of sucks. Alright, trade shop, no. Foundry. Alright. Trade shop adjacent to a tavern, or the Varnhold Inn in this case. Okay, so we do have the stocks, we just don't have the bulletin board, I do believe. I think what we need to get rid of is the brewery. Well, hold on. Brewery, Shrine, Town Hall, Garrison. You know what? Get rid of the monument. We'll get rid of the monument in favor of the bulletin board to resolve issues in the region by a bonus, which is important. More important than anything else. Higher buffs for the kingdom, the better. Okay, and with that, we've now got 4 days to wait. So we've literally got time to spare doing whatever the heck we want. So in this case, what we're probably going to do is we're going to teleport to the... I'm thinking we teleport over to Trade Guard, and we just start exploring the lands over here. At least for until we hit 17 on the date. So we need to hit Trade Guard. Okay. And off we go. As for where we go, I have no idea ultimately. I guess I can go to the Mysterious Shrine to start with and see what happens. Okay. We got the Tenacious Marsh over here, so we're probably going to go check that out next. But that's something to follow up at some point, but not right now. We'll worry about each individual thing as we go along. Alright, we're going to start with Bark Skin. We've already technically got save, an autosave, mind you. Doesn't look like we need it, though. Alright, what's going on here? Ah! Okay, the megaliths, they must be placed in a correct order. That will loosen my chains. Huh. Betrayed by my faithful, now I seek help from a stranger. Interesting. The Ravenous Queen. Alright, but there is a solution to this puzzle, but we don't have the means to actually answer it just yet. Because we have to deal with certain things in the wild before we can. As for what those are, it's been a while since I remember, but basically there is going to be a point in time where this quest is going to be completable. We just won't be able to complete it right now, is the key thing. Alright, let's go to the country road next. See what that is all about. I'm just reminded of the song because of it now. Not that it matters ultimately, but it's something, I guess. Alright, Bark Skin. Alright, what we got here? Got some rings, got some jewelry. What else we got? Or what else is potentially around here that we should worry about? Nothing so far. Probably something on the sides more than anything, if I had to guess.
In due time.
Let's reorganize here. See, is anything here? Probably not on this side, but it never hurts to check. Okay. In that case, the only other location that it might be for items is on the right side. Yep. The skillfully crafted stone golem.
I'm there.
Alright. Let's use a shield so we buff up, or at least for at least a little bit. Alright. Haha! Failing to even hit me. Jeez. Goes to show how good the character is. Alright. My darling, I'm writing this while taking a rest stop in the Glenabon wilderness. Don't be surprised, but I finally decided to get out Pitax. I missed the magical potion dear Khan Viril sells, but that's fine. I bought a supply of it with me. It'll come in handy when we celebrate our reunion. As for my homeland, things are getting worse and worse there. Irveti's appetites grow, and the guards are fighting with the Thieves Guild. The old trade houses keep making new schemes, and even the Academy of the Arts has been said to have some free thinkers appearing from time to time. I'm sure that the pot will boil over sooner or later, and I'd prefer not to be there when it does. I also look forward to seeing you. In the meantime... And the letter cuts off. If I had to guess, he got killed by the golem as he was going along. +5 competence bonus to perception, and when the wearer uses the deadly aim feat, it provides an additional +2 to attack rolls. Now, if I were using deadly aim, that'd be nice, but I don't, because it's a big debuff.
I do what I must.
And you need every bit of attack when you're trying to kill an opponent, I find. Because power attack can ruin your attack rolls significantly, I found. At least that's my belief on it. Which kinda sucks, kinda doesn't. Because you can't do high amounts of damage, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. It's not a big issue, though. Okay. Now that we've done that, we can head on out, because there doesn't appear to be anything else here. Not that I'm aware of, anyways. Okay, wait for monsoon, there we go, and done. Okay, from here we're left with a few areas that we can go. We can either double back and try to get to the Tenacious Marsh here, which I think might actually be pretty good. Yeah, I'll go to the Tenacious March. I'll take the shorter route, which is over here, I guess. And as to how we get over, I guess we go down here, along this path, so we can go up. Simple enough, all things considering. Do we want to rest? No. Let's just buff up. I think that's the best course of action, buffing.
March, march. All I do is march.
Okay, let's see what's here first and foremost, so we know what we're dealing with. Ah,
I'm there.
I see. An acid-imbued giant slug.
My skills are absolute. We should move.
Alright. We should probably move back a bit, actually. So I'm actually going to do that. Because these are acid-imbued, I'm going to assume acid resistance is to go to. Alright. For this, what we're going to want is... Let's see. Let's start with Compson. So Mage Armor. Mage Armor. Okay. Let us get Bark Skin off. Okay, Samuel, Sundowner. Monsoon. No, wait, Monsoon? Oh yeah, Monsoon. No, Monsoon's not supposed to be there. He's supposed to be there. Yeah, there we go. Now it's organized. Alright, now what we do is we get Compson set. We do on Mistral. And then we do Compson himself. Protection from Rails Communal. Featherstep Mass. Magic Fang Greater. Heroism among the lot. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, and finally 7. Alright, from here then, we use Shield, Blur, Okay. I probably don't need all this prep, mind you, but it never hurts to be careful. Okay. Blur next. Tecumseh. Okay, Mistral. I guess, resistance to fear. Do we have poison immunity? We do not, so delayed poison. See invisibility communal. The key thing, protection from acid communal. And resist acid communal. I think that's the best we can probably do for now. So we're gonna do a quick save here. There we go. Now, I'm hoping the stream title is perfectly fine. Yep, 36. Okay, there we go. I just had to check the stream title. The only thing about it is that I probably should change it from stream delayed until tomorrow, because it's already tomorrow, so I should probably do that, so give me a sec. There we go. That should do it. But yeah. Once we get into this, we should be fine. Yeah, this guy shouldn't be that bad, I don't think. Yeah, that was really easy. You got an Assassin's Chain Shirt. We got a rune-covered Ancient Cloth. Alright, what else we got? Nothing too fantastical. What else we got? Got something here. Just crossbows and scale mail. We don't need those. Anything over here? Nope. Don't look like it. Oh, no, wait. Never mind. There is something here. Some scrolls. Nice. From here, we can check on the other side here. I would assume there's something around. Okay, nothing on this side. Nothing here. Okay. I think the best thing we got is the Assassin Chain Shirt, though. As for what that is... It is a +4 adamantine chain shirt, and it gives a +4 on critical confirmation rolls. That's really good. You know what? I think this is the prime example of what I should be giving to Sundowner. Let's see. And yeah, it's a little bit better than what he usually wears. But the critical confirmation, ooh, that's going to be juicy when he does start using crits. Now, if only I could take advantage of kukris. Now that would be scary. Because I think kukris are an 18 to 20 crit range. So it'd end up totaling into 15. If I were to get the critical proficiency. But that's besides the point. Let us go over. Let's see if we can get to the fossil fields next. Because now that we've finished there, we don't need to dawdle. Okay, before we enter, let's do a quick rest. Hunting is required for rest, so we'll do that. Done is done. It is now the 15th. We've got 3 more days before things start, or the edicts start finishing. So I'm just trying to time that, essentially. But once the edicts are done, then we can start doing a bunch more shit. Or stuff, I should say. Okay, what do we got here? Just be careful. Is there anything around? Doesn't look like it. Oh, hold on. We got Sorcerer Medusas. Let's back off. Yeah, let's back over here. Let's back off over here. Now, technically you can be worried about Sorcerer's Medusas, but I don't think they're that bad, I think.
This is my path.
At least in my opinion, they're not that bad. Alright, let's buff up. Magic Fang. Feather Step. Protection from Arrows Communal. Alright, Mage Armor. Mage Armor. Blur. No, not Blur. We want Bark Skin. Okay. And there we go. Heroism. Okay. Almost done. Okay, there we go. Next we use Blur. Okay. And finally, Thompson. Use Bless, Shield. And for Mistral, we're just going to do some quick buffs. I'm not going to assume that we're going to need everything. Alright, we're going to need some invisibility. We're going to need protection from poison. We're going to get some remove fear. And I don't think we need any other durability buffs, so we're just going to be fine with this. Let's do a quick save. Make sure we're doing the Kingdom Edicts and all that. Well, once we get out of here. And let's get going. Let's cleanse this location of the auspicious creatures. You know, I did forget something. Alright, Steven. Barkskin. Now we can go in. Aha! Okay, it seems she has a True Strike. And she instantly killed Sundowner. Yeah. Now you can see why she's a dangerous foe. Okay, I should probably get Barkskin.
My skills are absolute.
Okay.
This is my path.
All right.
I am never wrong.
All right. Let's wait. Aha! Missed. There we go. I just had to be a bit quicker on the draw. That's all it comes down to. Alright, Steven leveled up though. Oh, there's more. I should probably deal with that first. Ah, disintegrate. That's not fun. Ow! Disintegrate. Not fun. Hey! Managed to deal with them though. And we got some more level ups. Nice. Composite longbows are +1 flaming. That's not bad. What else we got? We've got another ring of protection, a headband of charisma, Another flaming crossbow, though. You can start to see the loot is actually starting to get better, though. Info. Hardy purple suit. Or soup, I should say. Interesting. There is also another bag here with a +3 comma. Pretty good. But yeah, we're starting to level up, so that's a good thing. From here, it's just... yeah, no, it seems like there's only 2 individuals, unfortunately. But that's fine. That's fine. Instead of worrying about that, we're just going to be fine. Alright, level up. We're aiming for adamantine level, so that is going to be the limit of monk's level that we're going to be going. We can get a style, I do believe, so we will keep that in mind as we go level up. Let's see. Let's get Knowledge Arcana, why not? Or Knowledge Nature, I should say. Now I have a choice. I can go with either Leg Sweep, or I can go Shattering Punch. It doesn't really matter ultimately, because it seems like there's only a limit here. But if I had to choose, I think Shattering Punch is actually a pretty good one. Because there's no point where I'm... well, actually, no. I'm actually got points in Trip, so Senator Armstrong can reliably use a Trip build, so he can go with Leg Sweep, I guess. Not sure why I went that way, but I guess I did. I guess I'm just being blind. Whatever. The point is that we got it, so... I think I was going for, like... I was going to try an Intimidate build, but I ended up falling off it, or something. I don't know. But the point is we get Leg Sweep. That's the important bit. Alright, we keep leveling Barbarian, because that is the build that we've set up for Samuel. He is a bona fide Barbarian. No change. Throat Cutter. Whenever the War Beast succeeds in a Bull Rush, Overrun, or Trip maneuver against an opponent threatened by the Mad Dog, the Mad Dog can take an AOO. Oh, that's going to be juicy. Alright, Comson. We're going to give him more Mystic Theurge levels, because that is his build, in hindsight. Alright, Mystic Theurge. Yep. We just level things up. He's going to get 3rd level casting, though, so that's going to be a boon for him. Alright, let's level up the Mentals, as we usually do. And let's see. He's got 1 Sorcerer spell he can take advantage of, and he's 5th level casting now, I think, compared to his original. What do we want constantly? That's the better question. We can either go with... we can go with anything, really. Animal Growth would be nice. There's Beast Shape, which is a personal spell. Cloud Kill would be an obvious choice. If we could, I would have preferred a buff that everybody can benefit from. But I don't think that's the case that we can make. At the very least, we got Stone Skin, so we don't need to worry about that. Alright, I'm going to go with Animal Growth. I think... oh no, wait, that's a constant thing. No, I should go with something that I know I'm going to use for, well, do we get Animal Growth as part of the Druid? Yeah, as a Druid, you get Animal Growth already. So, Sorcerer doesn't need to get it. I basically need to choose something from not from this list, basically. Okay, Cone of Cold would be a good spell. There's also Constricting Coils. It functions like Hold Monster, it seems. Okay. Well, a paralysis effect wouldn't be that bad, because you can coup de grace with paralysis. It is an enchantment effect with a mind-affecting compulsion descriptor. Do we want that, though? There is Dominate Person, there's Feeble Mind. I mean, Feeble Mind would be a good offensive spell. Now that'd be very interesting to have. Phantasmal Web would also be pretty good because it is a crowd control of sorts. I could also summon monsters, but I don't think I need to. I think Phantasmal Web is the better choice. It's a mind affecting, of course. Oh, I could also get Icy Prison. You know what? Icy Prison's going to be probably a bit better. I could, of course, take the Mind Fog, or I could take Feeble Mind, because both would be equally good in this case. But Icy Prison basically prevents any... the only descriptor it has is Cold, and it's going to be more effective against creatures that are, you know, immune to mind affecting. So better to have that than anything else, I think. And if it means we can delay somebody, potentially, probably better in that case. Whether it's useful or not, we'll have to see, but I think it'll be good for us. Alright, there's a random encounter. Our road once again led us to the border of Pitax, where bandits unconcerned for the law often lie in wait for innocent victims. Imagine how surprised we were when instead of bandits, we bumped into a guard patrol. Could it be that King Irvetti was determined to restore order along his border? I've seen all sorts of miracles, but this would be a hard one to believe. The guard kindly informed us that the borders were closed due to a travel ban. This was not because of a war or plague or something, but because of a celebration. The kingdom was preparing for the Rushlight tournament, and the king was busy giving personal consultations to painters, artists, and masters of the stage who would be responsible for the events. The king and I exchanged smiles. Too bad for the poor artists. According to the guard, the king ordered the borders closed to keep secret the details of the coming triumph. The guardsmen were polite but adamant. Fortunately, we had no reason to challenge him, and fight our way to Pitax. Well, I don't really have a reason to ban, or I don't really have a reason to violate the ban, but let's see. Before someone could disgrace us with an ignorant question about the tournament, Linzi gives a short lecture on what goes down. Trying to avoid overcomplicated vocabulary, I explained that the tournament was founded by King Irvetti and is held by the Rushlight River. All sorts of champions gather from across the river kingdoms. There they compete in fishing, a highly respected talent in those parts. The arts of boasting and the skill of fighting, when you're so drunk that you could hardly stand on your feet. Linzi still doesn't understand why everyone thinks it's so funny. There are many other interesting competitions in the same vein. The king specifically asked what would happen if we violate the ban, out of curiosity. The guard frowned and said, most probably we'd have to fight, and you would win. Then a diplomatic crisis would follow, and in any case, you'd be expelled from Pitax. We discussed the situation and decided there was no need to derail our relations with Pitax without good reason. Unable to stop herself, Linzi blurted out, could this be the true reason for the ban is to prevent King Irvetti's subject from leading country? The guard spared no effort to assure us that this was just a rumor and speculation, coming from unproven sources. But of course, we knew full well that there was no rumor. In fact, many refugees had fled King Irvedi's kingdom to find a new home in our lands. And apparently there's living proof. Having no reason to violate the ban, we turned back. Ultimately, we won't be going anywhere near King Irvedi's land anytime soon. At least that's the expectation. Okay, it seems to be 15, so we got 2 days. Soon to be 1. Okay, now for the Wicker Fields. This is probably going to be another fight, suspected fight, but that is besides the point. Alright. With that, let's get Steven buffed up. There we go. I'm not going to bother just buffing up like crazy like I did. We're just going to speed through this, see what we can find. Simple as that. Oh. Hello.
I see no offering.
Interesting. Alright, hold on. Let's rush forward. Oh, Fear Gaze. Interesting. Alright, Mistral, let us activate Remove Fear. There we go. Alright, well saved. Ah, the wolf's gone. Rip. Alright, War Painted Skull, I guess. Alright, back off.
Out of my way.
There we go. Alright, Mistral, back off. There we go. Okay, so we did lose a wolf, technically. Although, that wasn't an issue, it seems. Let's see. 5 negative levels, but otherwise we're fine. Did anybody else suffer negative levels? It seems Monsoon did. Why was Monsoon in melee? Ah, right. He still had Empowered on. That's my bad. Just activate that. Speed things up a little bit. Okay, Soul Power. He's restored 1 power. Good. Not sure what that is, but okay. Alright. It appears that there's a Charon cultists running around. Adamantine Icy Burst Star Knife. Interesting. +2 Quarterstaff. There we go. What else we got? We've got a page from Occultist Diary.
I wonder how bad it would be that I managed to translate only half of the scroll of the ritual. Unfortunately, time's running out. I'll just have to sort things out on the fly. These simpletons won't work any better after all. Oh, Pax Grumator, I'll soon rip out your soul from those daemon paws. I promise.
Okay. So I guess the guy was trying to save somebody in particular. Ended up failing miserably.
I'm there.
But ultimately, we got something out of it, I guess. Not something fantastic, mind you, but something. Alright. From there, all we've got left is to get out of here. So what we're probably going to do is, let's see. Alright, Price in Descending Order, obviously. We got Phantasmal Webs, good. That's going to be nice when we use them. Let's see, Restoration, here we go. Alright, we still need to to fix our character levels for some... Oh, no, wait, never mind. They have already been fixed. Alright, we will use the next restoration on Samuel. There we go. And Stephen will take out the Dimension Door and equip himself with the restoration here, so he can cast it on the wolf. So they are not dealing with negative levels. There we go. We don't need anything else out here, I don't think. Yeah, nothing here. Okay, good. Let's dip. And with that, we can't go any further south, so what we're going to do is we're going to head north. We're going to head east. We're going to avoid the enemy. Alright, evade. Can we go down south here? No, we can't. Okay, so in that case, maybe we can get to the Serpent's Trail? Yes, we can. Alright, before we do, we're going to do a quick rest. Resting will take 9 hours. Simple enough. Solid. 4 rations, camouflage, and cook. Done is done. We have reached a key point where it's going to reach the 17 mark for days. So what we're going to do is we're going to head straight back so we can get our edicts out of the way. Or at least that's the hope. Okay, there is nothing really here, but we will still buff up all the same. Or at least get Steven buffed up. Shouldn't need to buff up any more than we have. Worst case, we'll just use scrolls to make amends. I'm not about to pre-buff literally everything until we actually do perish from one fight. One of those things where, you know... Yeah, you just gotta be prepped for it. But I digress. An issue for another time. An issue for another time. Yep, there's a portal here. As I expected. Well, then again, it was showing a portal, so I guess it makes sense that, yeah. The point is that we can get through there. And we'll get something out of it, I'm sure. Okay, I don't recall what we had to run into here. There is a barbarian that came through here. Okay. Do a quick save. I'm not sure what's going to be on the other side. I'm just going to assume that it's going to be fine, and then we'll just keep going. Okay. Let's leave, and let's go check out this portal. See where it leads. Okay. We got the first world mince pie from just some random dude here. It's a bit slow, but that's fine. Move forward. What we got? Just a bunch of foliage for now.
In due time.
Alright, what else? Okay, it's going after Mistral, it seems. Okay, now it's targeting Steven? No, it's just going after Poison. Alright, in that case, delay Poison Communal. Well, we can just cast Delay Poison, it's fine. We got a level up. It appears that the Hydra got taken out, and it spared us Alkali Gloves and the Dragon Slayer, it seems. Interesting. Oh, it appears that Sundowner is suffering from strength loss, which is not good. Is it damage or drain? It is damage. Okay, so we can easily use a buff to prevent that. Or I could use Lesser Restoration, I should say. There we go. Okay. Sundowner, I believe? No, not Sundowner. Monsoon has leveled up. So we're going to get him level 14. He's going to get his next wild talent. And he's also going to get his infusion specialization again. Whenever a kineticist uses one or more infusion with the blast, she reduces the combined burn cost of the infusion by -1. This can't reduce the total of the infusion used below 0. Okay. Which I think works in this case, so let's get use a magic device, let's get the trickery up. So, what else do we want to focus in on? I think well, hold on. What do we got currently? We've got initiative, trips, we got kinetic blast, critical focus. Let's just boost up mobility to 20. And let's start boosting stealth up to 20, I think. That way we have a stealthy kineticist as well. Do we use the kineticist for anything specific, though? That's the question. Alright, well, let's think. Use magic device, trickery, mobility. I think we use it for cooking, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that needs knowledge world, if anything. Yeah, so we'll get 20 to mobility, 20 to trickery. Let's get, I guess, more to world, because that helps with cooking. Alright. Alright, I'm going to assume it's knowledge world, at least. Hold on, let's back up. Let's actually back up, let's see. We can easily test this theory by resting in the first world. Let's see, what we got. Sundowner actually is a guard. Okay, never mind. In that case, let's just level up. Without worry. Alright, we're gonna boost up mobility. Let's boost up stealth, I guess? No, we're gonna want UMD. Alright. Let's boost up stealth. Now we got an 18 in stealth. That's gonna eventually move to a 20, so we'll keep that in mind. Skill kineticist, jagged flesh, kinetic restoration. Bonus feats. There's great fortitude or endurance. +2 to athletics, +4 against fatigue and exhaustion, or just a +2 skill focus. Could get skill focus in UMD. Or we could get a knowledge or skill check, I guess. We've already got a bonus in trickery. I guess technically we could just... Yeah, let's keep the mobility. Let's lose that. Well, no, let's keep that, actually. What do we want to increase? I guess... Well, if anything, use magic device would be nice, but I think I'm gonna go with something else. Let's go with kinetic restoration. That seems more practical. It's not that fantastic, but it'll get the job done. Alright, first let's check out what we ended up getting. Alright, price in descending order, naturally. The Wayfarer's Comfort. +5 leather armor allows you to cast Divine Favor 3 times a day as a 9th level cleric. Okay. I need to check what that is, so I'll quickly swap these for a sec. Divine Favor as a 9th level cleric, so... For every character level you have, at least one. Okay. So basically it's a +3 to attack and damage rolls for 1 minute, 3 times a day. If you were to wear it. And you were proficient in light armor. Do I want that actually? It is leather light armor, and it has a dex bonus of 6. Compared to the Assassin Chain shirts, it's actually a little better. At least AC-wise, it's a little better. I think I'm going to go with Wayfarer's Comfort, oddly enough. It is just a small enough bonus that it's worthwhile to grab. Alright, trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Let's see what we got. First and foremost, the goggles we can swap out for the marksman's headset. Well, no, technically it doesn't matter. The goggles would be better all the same. Alkali gloves. It is... So long as you hit with a melee weapon, unarmed strike, or natural weapon, target takes a d6 of acid damage. So if nobody has a hand slot that they are using, or the hand slot is pretty useless in that hindsight, or in that mind, then it's a pretty good grab. Alright, Knowledge Arcana, 5, and 5 to Concentration. We'll keep that. Trap Slinger gloves, keep those. Athlete's gloves, not that good. Yeah. We'll be fine with that. So the Kali gloves, he's going to be dealing an additional d6, so that's nice. Paragon Defender, nah, we're fine. Clear Vision, good. Okay, item-wise, we're basically golden. Let's go. We got bigger fish to fry now. Okay, with that then, we zip our way down. And we head out. Alright, now that it's reached day 17, let's just hope the edicts are working in our favor. And honestly, I think I'm just going to rush it to the nearest location, so we're just going to speed on through. See how the success went first. Try to avoid, evade, keep going. Alright, let's see how successful we are in those edicts. Alright, Wall Severe is successful. Craftsman Strike, yep. Vendetta, Omen. Opportunity is done. Okay, so we got all successes. Nice. That's good. A traveling interrogator and execution of Zon Kuthan is causing trouble. Okay. We'll get Bartholomew on that, I guess. Whale Hunt is an opportunity. Linzi Friends comes later. Okay, we can either use a crisis point or we can leave it. Let's leave it for now because crisis points come in... Well, they're hard to come across. Okay. Let's go back to Trade Guard because we've already basically done this. We've already gone, so we might as well just handle it.
Adventures can wait.
Alright, to Strike Hills. Alright, we enter. let us go to the throne room and see what Linzi's friends are doing here. Hopefully not for bad things. I guess we'll see. A young man runs into the throne room. His clothes, formerly stylish and sophisticated, are torn and muddy. Your Grace, pray Shaylin I made it here alive. I beg you, please help us. Aladoni? What the hells are you doing here? She blurts out angrily. Oh, Linzi, I'm so glad to see you. Forgive me, Your Grace, for my lack of decorum. My name is Alondi. I attended the Pitaxian Academy of the Grand Arts with Linzi. Our teacher, Elbald the Insightful, have been forced to flee the wrath of King Irveti, along with a group of his students. We almost made it to the capital, but we were caught. Only I managed to escape to find help. Linzi opens her mouth, about to say something harsh, but then she realizes the gravity of the situation and interrupts herself. What do you mean? Professor Eobald is in trouble. Stephen Armstrong, we have to help. Who is Eobald the Insightful? He's a prominent researcher, a gatherer of myths and legends, author of many essays on history and literacy theory. Any cultured ruler would be glad to welcome such a beacon of learning. Professor Eobald was one of the wisest people in the whole academy. Maybe all of River Kingdoms. I knew the king would kick him out sooner or later. Like I told you, Irveti isn't interested in sages and scientists. He just wants bootlickers and toadies. Why did you run from King Irveti? King Irveti is a jealous ruler. He doesn't intend to hand the title of the region's cultural capital over to anyone. He may have thrown our teacher out of the academy, but he would rather see Eobald dead than working for any Pitaxian's neighbors. And if the refugees return to Pitax, they won't be spared the chopping block. Alright, why didn't you send word in advance? Irveti have spies everywhere. If our teacher had tried to contact you, we wouldn't have made it out Pitax at all. Alright, why come to my lands then? One of the Academy's most talented students already found shelter here after fleeing the Tide's wrath. Andoli bows politely to Linzi. Your books are quite popular in Pitax. They're a living reminder that culture yet blooms beyond Irveti's reach. We had hoped, Your Grace, that you would take us under your protection as well. She winces but says nothing. Is something wrong, Linzi? No. Yes. Not important right now. We need to save Professor Eobald as soon as possible. Where will we find Eobald and his students? Iretheti's thugs caught up with us near a giant tree. A sycamore, I think. If you go immediately, you should have time to intercept them. Fine. We'll help your teacher, but not for you. Oh, thank you, Your Grace. You won't regret it. I'll hurry back to the tree. I can't believe Irveti actually kicked out Professor Eobald. Well, it's his loss. We'll save him. Just don't go without me. I miss my old teacher terribly. Alright. Well, originally the plan was to do edicts, but I guess not. Good day, Your Highness. I received a curious reminder of my status as a court artisan. Here's your special gift. Okay, special rope, I guess. Ah, yet another. Good day. Okay. Quiver of Lover's Arrows. Okay, interesting. Let's see what they are. Hermit's Rope. +4 to Wisdom and Constitution, and the ability to cast Mass Bear's Endurance once a day. If everybody didn't have a belt of Constitution, I'd probably consider it, but they do, So yeah. Let's see. A Dragon Slayer. 6-foot melee weapon. Enchantment bonus +5. Dragonbane. Well, it is a +5 weapon, and it's way better than a +2 weapon. So we'll get that. Alright. Sundowner has the adamantine... Okay, so a Star Knife versus a dagger. What do I want? It is a Frost Icy Burst, so it's technically considered a +6 weapon? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Icy Burst is basically a +2, Frost is a +1, so it's basically a +6 weapon, if you're fine with a +3 weapon itself. So it's a choice between 5 and 13 versus a 4 to 7 or a 5 to 8. I think the Deceiver is way better. The Edicts is a speed dagger. That makes people suffer a -3 to or saving throws. As much as I want to get the Icy Burst Star Knife, the Edict and Deceiver are way more better utility-wise. What else we got? We got the Executioner, we got Longsword, comma, Agile Stalk. Yeah, there's quite a few things that are pretty good here. But regardless of the circumstances, it seems like there's certainly an issue going on. And we're going to have to postpone our claims on lands because of it. But that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Alright, do you have anything for sale? Alright, price in descending order. Let's get rid of the Icy Burst Adamantine Star Knife. Are we going to use the Longbow of the Cold Moon? It deals 3d6 cold damage instead of usual damage. Paralysis is pretty good. Alright, Executioner is pretty useless for us. Everything else we can sell, I think. I want to keep the Ovenbar Bane and the Longbow, because I might use the Ovenbar Bane for Samuel, I'm thinking. Okay, let's sell everything else there. There we go. Ghost Leather, Greater Invisibility, no. Dark Echolith Cloth, maybe useful in somewhere. You know what? No. Let's just sell it all. We don't need all this. Alright. Let's offer the most mundane stuff. Let's get the Bracers of Armor out of here. Boots of Elvenkind we don't need. Get rid of the headbands, the Marksman headset, Amulet of Natural Armor, Rings of Protection. Phylactery we keep, Professor Cap we keep, Athletic Gloves we keep. Let's sell Clear Vision, let's sell Paragon Defender, and the Hermit's Robes. Alright. Quivers of Lover's Arrows is basically 2d6 Frost arrows with a Dominate spell, which is interesting, but not needed. Okay, as you can see, we're accumulating funds slowly but surely, which is going to be nice. Alright, Professor's Hat we'll put... Well, no, we'll keep that just in case. We'll put away the Phylactery, the head stuff. Alright. Anything else? Ovenerbane we'll keep. The bow we'll keep just in case. Anything else we'll just keep. Alright. Okay, so we need to get rid of... I guess we'll move Mistral out in place of Linzi. And let's get Linzi along for the ride. And if I had to guess, they are over in... Yeah, they're over by the old Sycamore. Which is actually concerning because they're in our lands now. So we have full right to fucking insult these guys now. Or I should say we have full right to not insult them, but we do have the right to get on their case for letting troops into our lands. Alright, so we went with lore religion first off, so let's get another lore, I guess. Alright, skill focus. Alright, we got lore nature, religion, we got trickery. Should probably get knowledge world next. Because that'll get a +6 to a stat. Alright, for buffs, we're probably gonna want... I guess displacement's a good choice. We're gonna definitely want heroism greater. And what else? I guess there's cure light wounds mass, but probably not for the best. All allies within a 60-foot burst center to caster. It doesn't really matter. The point is that we're trying to make buffs, so let's go with, I guess, cure light wounds. Let's make it simple. Alright, more bard. Okay. Combat trick, let's see. Size shot, point blank shot, no. Iron Guts is alright, but not needed. Let's go with skill focus, Arcana. For another +6. We'll get the... Cacophonous Call, Blindness. Let us get Hold Person, why not? As for the 5th level spell, we'll just go with... I don't know. Phantasmal Web. CC, basically. There we go. Ultimately, it doesn't matter what she goes with, because we're not using her at the end of the day. But I digress. We'll move Linzi over there. We'll go into the Sycamore, and let's see what we find. Because ultimately, we're dealing with an enemy that we have to deal with. Well, we're ultimately dealing with an invasion, potentially. Mind you, secretive in nature, but still. He's breaking laws of the land, which we have, aggressively
I'm there.
set out to resolve. Okay, where are they? Ah, here. A group of young boys and girls play their lutes as a horde of centipedes surround them, swaying their horns and hissing to the tune. A fat mite stands nearby, listening to the strange concert with a blissful smile. Muzak fine! Play, play! Have mercy on... hold on.
Have mercy on them. Look at their fingers, they're bleeding.
The old gray-haired man begs the mite from among the musicians.
Who can't
play? Who can't play can be food, sweet pedicents. No want food? Keep play.
Professor Eobald, I presume.
Your Highness, Linzi? Oh, praise Shaylin, I beg you, save us from this music connoisseur.
Hey, mite, who are you?
I as a free shepherd. Walk it round. Shepherd herd. Best presidents on all woods. Ask anyone.
Do you know Queen Badal?
Don't know no queen. I just not bow to kings. Want where want is so.
Whose bodies are these?
Why no? Some bandits. First chase musicians with knives, then go at presidents. Sure we not refuse free food, right, sweeties? Right?
What are you doing to these musicians?
Listen to Muzak. Good Muzak. I good. And their president's good before meal.
Aren't you aware that centipedes get indigestion from music? Diarrhea from bards, too.
No, no! Off! Back, sweeties! No, listen! Them no good goods! Go!
The mites lead the centipedes away, tenderly patting them on the backs as they go. A convincing argument. Alright, what's going down here? The dead man's face is set in a mask of terror. The body is covered with burns. Probably from the, yeah, probably from them. Them mites and all that. Alright, rogue. Rogue talent. Ooh, good. Let's grab ourselves the stat buffs accordingly. Alright. Now I have a choice. I've got Dispelling Attack. I can get either Confounding Blades, which allows me to hit a creature with a melee attack and prevent them from making AOs. What else have we got available to us? There is Blinding Strike if we want to get level 15. There's Uncanny Dodge, which we can't get. I think it's time we get Crippling Strike, which is a debuff to Strength. And it applies every attack, I do believe. Let's see what else is there. There's Confused, Shaken, Evasion, Opportunist. Can make an attack of opportunity against an opponent who has just been struck from damage and melee by another character. It counts an attack of opportunity for that round and can be used more than once per round. So if I do have I do have combat reflexes, so basically that's okay. Oh, it can't be used more than once per round. Okay, so basically it's an extra attack. I'm gonna go with Crippling Strike then, because the more we can debuff somebody, the better, I think.
Look who's here, Linzi. And is this His Highness? Praise all the good gods. You made it just in time. A bit longer and we'd been done for. I must say your books have been very successful. And starting your own publishing house with the printing of a book banned by Iravetti's personal order. Well, that was a bold move, so I'm proud of you.
Oh, teacher, I'm so glad to see you. I can't believe that talentless hack Iravetti kicked you out of the academy. I wish everyone could see what a philanthropist and patron of the arts he really is. His tricks could make up a whole book.
You know, Linzi, that's not a bad idea. I know many details of just how much harm the king brought upon his own academy. If you find yourself with time between adventures, I'd be happy to sit down and write such a book for you. All the more so now that you have your own printing house to print it.
Seriously? You want to work on a book with me? Of course I'll find time. Let's set off for the capital as soon as possible. I can't wait to get started.
Hail King! Now we all... Aldoni stops when he sees Linzi's piercing gaze. Is something wrong?
Oh, you don't even remember, do you? Of course you don't. But I'll never forget. You and your friends poisoned the years I spent at the academy.
hiding my things, tearing my books, spilling ink on me, dunking me in the fountain. And now you have the nerve to come here? Maybe you want a job at Puddling House Shoe? Or Publishing House 2?
Professor Eobald, is this true?
Of course. I would never dare to accuse our dear Linzi of lying, but I know nothing of these accusations. Alondi has always put his best foot forward with me. He's a wonderful poet and musician, and he's always been polite. If not for him risking his life to get us to the capital, we'd all be dead. Anadoli, did you really appear this way? For shame. I thought better of you.
What do you have to say for yourself, Anadoli?
Well, what is there to say? We were students. Sometimes we made jokes, pulled pranks. Sometimes they were rude and stupid. I'm sorry, Linzi. I'm ashamed of my behavior. I never should have done those things to you.
You can shove your apologies all the way. You hear tears in Linzi's voice.
Please, Linzi, we are at your mercy. Will you truly stoop to revenge? Is that what you took from my lessons?
What do you want to do with him, Linzi?
I don't know. I'm sorry, teacher, but I can't bear to look at him. Let him go wherever he wants. Restov, Mivon, or Absalom for all I care. I'll even give him money for the travel. Just so I don't have to see his face. Linzi, I understand that you're hurt, and I'm at fault too. If the other teachers and I had paid as much attention to the students' behavior as we did to their grades, I could not change the past, but please, find it in your heart to forgive Anadoli. He's an exceptional poet. Allow him to atone for his behavior. Bring a little kindness and light into your kingdom. Teacher, I don't know. What should I do? Maybe I should forgive him? Let him write those brilliant verses of his? The scumbag.
It's your decision, Linzi. She glares at Anadoli for a long while, then sighs and looks away.
Fine. Stay. But you better write the best poetry in the world, got it? I'll be checking. I promise. Thank you. I swear you won't regret it. Let's get back to the capital. I can't wait to start working on the book, teacher.
And with that, the turncoats has been resolved, and we can now finally deal with some edicts. Hopefully, anyways, because we've still got a long ways to go, I suspect.
Adventures can wait.
Okay, from here we go back to Tuskdale, as per we usually do. Alright, let's go back to the throne room and let us level, or not level up per se, but let us get some land. Because we've got a lot of land to claim now. Do a quick save. Before we go into the whole thing, let's go talk with Eobald. Anadoli. Okay. I think that's it then. Let us go to manage. Actually, hold on. I want to check out Mager Varn, because I think he told me to talk with him after he got back to capital. I'm just going to quickly speed through these conversations. Alright. Let's go. Alright, let's actually start doing the Kingdom Edicts now. Okay. So, we have a surplus of choices, I would imagine. Yeah, we got rank ups, we can support endeavors. What we're gonna probably want is easier claim. Let's make it cheaper, I think. So yeah, let's get a cheaper claim. Let's see, are we gonna claim Glenabon or are we gonna claim something else? I think what we're gonna focus on is Silverstep for now. And then we'll focus on leveling up everything else. Okay, we can't use Valerie specifically. Alright, enhanced trained with new Steven. Strategic partnership with Bravoy. Enhanced border control. Okay, so there's a lot of Valerie related stuff. Alright, let's have Valerie set up on that. That way we can have our focus go to Glenabon instead. Alright, what else can we select? We can get Ragongar there, but we don't want that. We'll get the Storyteller on the Lost Dwarven Knowledge. Okay. Let's see, what else we got? I want to strengthen Bartholomew's skills, preferably. Not as a treasurer, but as a diplomat if I can help it. Unfortunately, it seems that we won't be able to do that. Okay, so that is gonna be postponed for now. Okay. Let's do a quick save. And let us finally claim Glenabon. Yoink. Alright, we've claimed Glenabon. That is now part of our kingdom. Of course, we're gonna have to go east, though, I think, at some point. Okay, Trade Guard. Let us make the outskirts a trading ground, I guess. Oh, right, there's specific upgrades we can take. Interesting. Horse Breeder Center, the Kamilands. Okay, for Glenabon specifically. Alright, regions. Alright, Master of Pain. Alright, successful, success. Opportunity, we've got that. New life and capital upgrade, nice. Alright, the whale hunt is an opportunity, it seems. Feast of Nails, it's a problem currently. Alright, Ragongar, you're going to be responsible for that, I guess. Freedom at any cost. Valerie should probably handle that. Let's see, regions. Okay, we have a choice between claiming the Direnar Marshes, which we can get Keston on, or we can claim Silverstep, which is going to require Tristan. I think it might be best if we have Keston here, and then we'll go from there. Alright, first let's focus on economy. So, let's see. +2 to Counselor when resolving situations, trading with Restov. Let's see. Trading with Restov is already off the table. Alright. I think we're going to want Tristan on this. I think we will... Yeah, we'll go with 3 minute any cost. We'll go with the Order Nail. And we will go with the Whale Hunt. There we go. It'll take 13 days for both these projects to happen. Okay. Let's see. We can support endeavors. But I'll worry about those later. Tristan, we're going to focus you on Helping Hand. Alright. Let us see. Rank up. No. Trade agreement with Sertova, that's fine. It's fine. Chance border control. Strategic partnership. Chance trade. Okay, so there's going to be a time frame in which we got to do these, but it's fine. Alright, Bartholomew's skills as a diplomat. His skills as a treasurer. Here we go. So I need to get Jubilist on him, or I need Bartholomew to do it at some point. But either way, we're going to have to wait until we get claims, basically. Aldori Fighting School. Keston needs to be there, so we won't be able to do that. So there's 8 people currently working. 5, 8... And we should have 10 advisors, so 5, yeah, 10. So the only one who isn't working is Jathal, but she has a specific work condition that she has to follow. Yeah, Jathal basically works as support there. I don't use him for treasurer stuff, though, so that's kind of pointless. Curses, no. Other... No. Okay, region stuff. I need to be involved for me to get kingdom stuff done. Horse breeding center. Plus 20% to overland movement within the kingdom. It's not bad. Royal hunting grounds. Alright, let's save. Because we're going to take 14 days to focus on the claim of the Dar Marshes. Alright, before we do, of course, I'm going to want to set up a location on where we want to set up. I think what we're going to do is we're going to focus on... Okay, if we're going to focus on Glenabon, we should probably focus on a forward front base more than something back here. I think what would be good is we're going to want here, Glenshire. And we're going to build it right there, right next to the border. Just so we have a place to lead everybody. We'll buy another 500 BP. And alright, let's start with the wooden wall. Obviously. We'll get a teleportation circle, corner. Alright, what else? We need the usual, which is a bulletin board. And we need the stocks. There we go. The usual has been placed, and what we're going to want is we're going to want to focus in on arcane, relations, and espionage. Okay. So we can start with either the Longhouse, or we can go for something else. Let's see about getting a tannery. It'll suffer a -1 to community and loyalty, but more BP is never bad. Yeah, let's get a tannery. Okay, from here then. School. Divine and... No, we want arcane preferably if we can help it. Which I don't think we can actually get, so that is off the table for now. We can get relations though, I think. I think relations would be the best course here. So we're going to look for... Alright, so we're going to want a brewery. So a brewery will get +1 loyalty in settlements with windmill. Yeah, so we want relations more than anything. So the handshake icon, mainly. Let's see. Tavern. When adjacent to a longhouse. +1 to espionage when adjacent to a barracks. Okay, if we go with a tavern here, we'll go with the longhouse here. We'll build a barracks to get some espionage. And then we'll have the school, which will bring culture. And then we can have the... let's see, let's make a shrine, I guess. And then we'll have another school. No, not a school. Let's get a monument, I guess. That way you can get community and loyalty. Okay. That'll have to do. Unfortunately, I can't really get anything better than that, so we'll just have to wing it there. Alright, let's save. And let's start claiming new land. Is there anything else? No, there is not. Okay. Let us claim the next piece of land. Haha. The dire gnarl marshes have been claimed. And as you can tell, things are getting spicy. Alright, we failed the whale hunt. But we can actually fix that. So let's actually do that right now. Mind you, for those of you who are still new, I do reload edicts. The only thing that I don't normally do is I will usually not... I'll usually not alter changes, so if I do fail a skill check, then I will usually just stick with it. So, that is basically what I'm doing. I'm just reloading and just repeating to make sure I get the most favorable results. Alright, failed the whale hunt again, that's fine. Let's load up again. Alright, come on. Get a hit. Come on, get a hit. It's only a 45% chance. Come on. Alright, no. We need to get a success. Come on. Yeah, no, it's like a 45% chance. This should work. Alright, come on. I think this is the most annoying part. It takes 14 days to claim, more than anything. But other than that, it's pretty easy. Alright, come on. You can do this. Come on, Diplomat. You're better than this. Oh, jeez. Ah, but that's a good thing. We are now in the serene part of Edicts. Alright, come on. No. Jeez. Oh, I guess I never did show you what serene means. So, there is a step much higher than worried or stable. If you get to serene, it means that the kingdom's citizens praise their king and fully support him. And it basically means you get +1 to kingdom checks. So if you're at Serene, then you're basically golden for the kingdom. It's just another way to say that, hey, King, you're doing a fantastic bang-up job. Here's a bonus to your stats to make things a little easier on you. Oh, come on. Do I seriously need to reload over and over again? Come on. This is the problem with some edicts. They fail constantly. It's a time-consuming process, but it needs to be done. If you really want to succeed in this game, reloads are a must, I've found. Sure, you can fail a few times here and there, and opportunities aren't that bad to fail in, because you can always try again. But yeah. Okay, come on. Come on, game. You can get me this. Ah, jeez. Alright, come on. Give me a blessing here. Come on, succeed. That's all you gotta do. Succeed. There we go, finally. Loyalty and relations and BP buffer. Freedom at any cost, we got Triumph, and easier claim. Research and arm marshes is success. And we got +2 when dealing with the comp. Oh, there's issues that need to be dealt with. Hold on. Okay, People's Wrath, Master of Pain. I can have Bartholomew deal with it because that's a diplomatic situation, if you wish. There is Keston, who's a little bit better at this. Alright. Arrears, I'm going to want Jubilist on that, I guess. Shipwreck is an opportunity, not a problem. The circus is an opportunity. High society wedding. Minister demands attention. Alright, let's send out Valerie, I guess. The circus will have Jathal handle. The shipwreck will have Bartholomew handle. And we're going to start putting coins to some of these. We'll get a coin there. Let's see. High Society Wedding's perfectly fine. Alright, Arrears there. Master Pain, there go. Alright, so this should be good. Alright, regions. We're going to need to claim Silverstep next. Let's see. It's day 16, we got High Society Wedding. I think we're going to want to claim Silverstep, so we'll get Bartholomew on that instead. As for the shipwreck, yeah. It's an opportunity, we're not too worried about that, so we'll get everybody in position. We'll ignore the shipwreck for now. We've got bigger fish to fry. Alright, let's save for a sec. And let's see what the minister desires us for. And see why we're needed to begin with. Stephen Armstrong, do you know why I find the company of the short-lived very annoying? They're in such a hurry to do as many things as they can, that they can cause utter chaos. Back in Keoning, intrigues are very carefully devised. They're intended to last dozens of years. The plots were elegant and lies exquisite. Things are done differently here. For starters, spy masters publicly identify themselves as agents of espionage, all-seeing visionaries. They might as well paint a target on their foreheads. It's not a mistake I would like to make. For your subjects, I shall simply be a minister. You've come to power only recently, and the city is already full of murderers and spies. A guard recently found a stash while inspecting a trade caravan. It didn't contain any smuggled goods except some spying equipment and a few deadly toys. We could identify neither. We could identify neither when the package came from, nor whom it was going. But if you don't want such tools put to use, you must figure out who the spy is. I could order the merchants to look for a stranger among their servants, but I don't trust moneybags traders. I'd rather charge my people with watching the merchants. Then again, why look for clues when the best proof is evidenced by confession? If you bring me the merchants for a couple of hours, the problem could be solved. Dirac will make the spy sing like a bird. Sure. Put all the merchants on the rack. I'll teach them some new ways to feel pain. Only the truth will erase or ease their bodily suffering. Good. And per the nature of the more exclusive... Oh, thank you for the shady longbow. Let's see, let's make something specific. Let's make a quiver of arrows, because it's always nice to have. But yeah, you're going to see the more evil side of Stephen Armstrong when he's doing the more secretive edicts, because that is what he's going to be doing. Okay, we can't actually get Bartholomew on this, because that is a thing. Alright. Regions. We got Royal Hunting Grounds, we got some other stuff that we can do. But the point is that we got 3, 4, we got about 6 people on there. We got 8 people on projects. What else we got? We can support the High Priest endeavors if we wish. We can support the Minister's endeavors if we so desire. Restoration of Silver Steel Fortress, trading with Restov. We kind of need Bartholomew though, so we won't be able to do that. That does leave one other advisor left, so 6, 7, 8. Okay, so Harem is the only dude who's just hanging around, doing nothing. Let's see if there's any, I could put him on Erastil's Holy Faith here. Alright, so I can either make it a holy place. Let's see. +2 sacred bonus to attack and damage against animals and magical beasts while within the kingdom. Also a +5 to lore and more nature checks within the kingdom, if I wish to go about it that route. Royal Hunting Ground. No special effects. A magical place. Alright, so it's a place of magical mystery, and as your capital environs a true heart, turn the region into a center for arcane studies and a pilgrimage destination. +5 to resolve any situation with Magister or High Priest effects within the region. Also +5 to Knowledge Arcana and Lore Religion, everywhere within the entire kingdom. Interesting. The Magic of Candlelight Tower. +3 bonus for Magister to take advantage of opportunities in this and adjacent regions. Mage Tower provides +1 Divine and Arcane. Bread and Circles. No. Gorham's Holy Place. Military Academies provide +2 Divine. Cathedrals provide +2 military. Arenas and temples provide +1 to military and divine. All events that could be solved by the general or high priest in this and adjacent regions roll 2 checks for resolution and pick their best results. Also provides a +4 sacred bonus to damage. Let's grab that. Let's get 600 BP. We'll set up Gorham as... Oh no, I can't do that anyways. I need to be present for that, so... I guess we're gonna set up... we're gonna go on Edicts, I guess. Tristan's Curse... Alright, let's go with the Defaced Sisters, I guess. 45, 90, 45, 45, Candlemere 60. Okay, so instead I'm going to actually focus on Tristan, mainly. So we'll start with that. Let us save. Alright, what is our other? We've got scouting in northern regions. But we'll worry about that in a bit. We've got bigger fish to fry currently. Alright, let's begin. Claim Silverstep. Let's do this. Alright, we've added 8 regions to the land, and we've got to proceed with seizing a territory, it seems. A Trail of Misfortune. One of the kingdom's advisors has to face this crisis to try and make sense of the situation. Okay, so there's something going on. That's not good. Alright, Master of Pain, Triumph, Triumph. The rest are fine. Alright, so Shipwreck. Alright, so we got rats apparently. Probably gonna want to deal with that. Bog Mischief. Okay, so that's another problem. Aggressive expansion is an option. Let's scout. I think we're gonna need a scout. We're kind of busy with problems, though. That's the issue. If we can get Keston, actually, that would work. It's gonna take 15 days. Alright. Alright, Keston, we're gonna want you to do scout mission. Jathal can't really act, so that's a problem. Alright, rats. We can't really do anything about that for now, but we can address it later. Alright, the shipwreck is going to be an opportunity that we need to seize, so Bartholomew, crisis point, take that. Bog Mischief can be settled. Next, regions, Enigmatic Tales, Fish Farm Village, Jewelry Center. Alright, before we do go anywhere else with this, let's go and make a place in these Silverstep lands. I think what I'm going to want is I'm going to want something, I guess right here? Or do we want it right here? No, if we're going to go anywhere, we're going to probably want it right here somewhere. So we'll make it right there. We'll build Silvershire. Let's enter and build up the location. Just a itsy bitsy bit. Alright, wooden wall, obviously. Teleportation circle. Alright, stocks. Bulletin board. Alright, 200. Alright, what else do we need? We need a... I guess we go tannery, naturally. Alright, we're gonna want more espionage if we can. Watchtower just naturally gives espionage, but we can't do that because we placed a tannery. Okay, we can go with... what else can we do? School, shop, shrine, stocks, tannery. Well, we can't build a tannery again, so that is not an option. I think what we kind of want to focus on is relations, so brewery is probably a good one. But no, that's fine. Alright. Longhouse. Let us go... Tavern, I guess? Alright, let's see. If we go with Tavern, we can place it to get relations, and we can get barracks to get espionage. So if we place a tavern there, and we get 2 barracks, we can get 2 espionage. So we'll place 2 down, and because of the barracks, we can make it adjacent to something else. Let's see. Windmill, no. I guess school would be the best choice because we can get military out of it in addition. Alternatively... Yeah, no. Alternatively, there's no better solution, so... I think what I'm going to do is, because the barracks is, I'm just going to put into... I'm going to put in a shrine, so I get a bit of divine... Or, no, I get 1 divine, 1 loyalty. Okay. And I should build 1 more thing right next to it. As for that, I think I'm just gonna go with... No, I can't get a... I guess I could get another tavern. +1 to relations when adjacent to a longhouse, +1 to espionage when adjacent to a barracks. Okay, so let's get another tavern then. There. We got 2 taverns, so we're getting at least a bunch of espionage out of it. At least that's the belief. Okay. And from here, we've literally just got to decide what we're going to do next. Ranking up would be the preferred method. We're going to have to wait 2 days anyways for things, it seems. Because everybody's on high alert. Got 6. We got basically 10 people working on this. Although, I guess I could level up the storyteller, technically. But that is another thing for another time.
There you are. I wanted to see you in person for a long time. All of Bavoy is talking about your feats.
She seems to be smiling curiously, sizing you up. She finally nods to you.
Min Warblegondler, the greatest goldsmith in Restov, at your service. Happy to meet the ruler of this land. You know, it's quite beautiful here. The view of the lake, surrounded by picturesque green forest, were inspiration for a lovely brooch design. I do have a sapphire, but no green jewels. And I have no idea who can help me with this. We're surrounded by such simpletons here, who know nothing of supply matters. Except for you, of course.
What is the greatest goldsmith in Rostov doing in this backwater?
Seeking recognition and inspiration. You see, not everyone in Rostov realizes how unfairly destiny has divided its gift between me and my competitors. I've got all the talent, you see, and they got all the glory and respect. It's all nonsense, though. I'll soon remedy this irksome situation. Besides, I'm mortally tired of Rostov's dust and grayness, and the view from here to the towers of Lebanese is beyond compare. Just look at those peaks. Such mysterious power in their easy dignity.
Why should I help you?
Let's say if I'm provided an appropriate place to work, I wouldn't mind staying for a while to draw upon the special inspiration that these lands give me. Of course, I would express my gratitude to my patron from time to time with gifts befitting his status and my mastery.
Very well, you shall have your gemstone.
Well, Wonderful. I shall impatiently await your return.
For that, we need an item. Okay. It appears that Shlena's staying, and she's given me this Serpent's Prince. Okay, so she doesn't want to make anything specific, so we just leave her to her business, I guess. Which kind of sucks, but that's just how it be. But she did end up making a weapon, I think. The Serpent's Prince, a +3 corrosive destructive weapon. It is a Fauchard, so it is an exotic weapon. The destructive property just increases its critical multiplier by an additional step. So if I want an 18 to 20 crit range, that's not bad for a weapon. Which, I can understand that. Shade longbow, anyways. Okay, so I have a choice now. I can either... Well, what can I do? Let's see. Oh my dear Gideon, that's a lot. Is there anything we can do with the storyteller for rank ups? I can support the minister's endeavors, counselors, high priest, regents. Can I support the curator though? Treasurer, general, warden. So I can't level up. I can't deal with the curator currently. So that is not something we can do. Thankfully, we've claimed a lot of land, so it's not a big deal. Although that does leave us with a few days to work with whatever we want. All right, do we have enough to make what we're looking for? Okay, nope. All right, in that case, let us dip out. Alright, we're going to... You know what? Let's go to the main square for once. Let's see if there's any issues propping up here and there. Issues that might cause things trouble in our kingdom. You never know, after all. Sometimes things do just be crazy, like that. At the very least, our kingdom's looking really nice now. Ah, they're taking a knee. Good. Okay, it seems like they're actually taking a knee for us, so that's nice and interesting. Alright, let's see. What do you got? Let's sell the Serpent's Prince, because we don't need that. Let's sell the Shady Longbow. Get some money out of it. Alright, price in descending order, preferably. Let's see, what we got here? Miscellaneous... Okay, nothing there. Got dinosaur bones. There's some enchanted gear here. Nothing too special though. Can we get a bag of holding though? Because I think there's another chance to get another bag. I'm just not sure when. Alright, plentiful hunts, no. Okay, nothing too special here. Defender's bulwark. Yeah, basically nothing.
In due time.
Alright, is there anything around here that I need to worry about? Nope. Nope. Okay.
I'm there.
Alright. Let's get Mistral back. And she's leveled up, actually, so we can actually level her up and get her set up. But that is besides the point. Alright, so we've got 3 days to basically mill around and do something. What I do believe we are going to do, though, once we've leveled up Mistral, so we'll do that first. Alright, we've got a new ability. So what is that? We've got Battle Acumen. A tactical leader can grant his judgment benefits to a single other ally within 30 feet as a standard action. They last for 1 minute, and they can use it a number of times a day equal to wisdom. Not bad. We'll buff her mentals, like so. Or her stats there. Okay, what else we got? We can get a 2nd level spell and a 5th level spell. I'm actually going to go with Find Traps, I think. The reason I'm going for Find Traps is it gives a bonus to Perception. And we're currently at a level 14, where that's going to be really beneficial. That's a +7 to Perception checks, basically. Having that is going to be nice. Okay, we can now get a 5th level spell. As for what we're going to go with, let's see. I'm going to want something that lasts for either minutes or hours a level. Or 10 minutes maybe. Something like that. I think the key thing we're going to want is spell resistance. But I'm not entirely certain. Let's see. Break enchantment. Castigate. Okay, it basically means you cower in fear. Flame Strike's a good spell. Profane Nimbus, Resounding Blow. It's a choice between spell resistance or true seeing, I'm thinking. I'm gonna go with spell resistance, because it is a buffer for us, and we got see invisibility already. True seeing is going to be best when we are dealing with blur and displacement, which we currently don't deal with often. Okay. Tactical acumen has been chosen. And I think we're basically good to go. Alright, so what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to teleport over to Glenshire. Oh, whoops. Alright, teleport to Glenshire. And we're going to go to Charred Ruins next. Alright, 2 hours, simple enough. And we just gotta wait for the Kingdom Edicts to resolve themselves somewhat. And once we're done with that, yeah, we can keep moving on. Or at least as soon as we can, anyways. We'll have to make sure and keep an eye on it.
I'll take care of it.
Alright, Bark Skin. I'm not sure how deadly this area is, so we'll just have to wing it. Skillfully crafted Iron Golem. Okay. It's reorganized here. Good day to you, Iron Golem. Priority task, guard master's possessions. I see. In that case, let's just move the tactical acumen for now. Let's actually get rid of these for now. 1 sec. Because it's really hard to just organize everything. Dirty Trick has become useless, I think, so we're not going to rely on that, I think. We'll get rid of Tactical Acumen real quick. We'll organize it in a better form at a later date, but for now we should be fine. Okay, 2nd levels. This is 5th level. Bring these down. 3s. Alright. I'm gonna probably swap these over. There we go. That way we've got the resistant protection just set up there. Find traps. There we go. We're gonna get rid of protection from alignment communal because we don't use it enough to worry about it. Do we use anything else though? Let's see. Divine Favor. No, we don't use. We do use everything else though in some case or word. Okay, let's get back into it. Let's fight this boy. And I do believe, yeah, no, he's targeting Steven. Specifically. Ah, pain. Okay, we'll put this here. Ah, well Too late, I guess. Oh well. It's dealt with, though, so no biggie. And because we're in our region, technically, we have immunity to poison. A piece of sky metal, nice. Alright, what we got here? We've got the Sash of Slash. +6 to dexterity, DR5 slashing.
I do what I must.
That's alright. Not perfect, but it's pretty okay. There's nothing in this room, I don't think, so let's go. It's really a small room, but eh. It's just one item. It's nice. Now, is it worth wielding, though? It gives DR5 slashing. I'm gonna say no. Not in this case. It is not worth the effort used to grab it. The Desecrated Cairn. Okay, I wanted to actually go to the cairn, but okay. Let's go up. There's a mysterious shrine as well. Okay, let's go there. So we're gonna go to the cairn, then we'll go to the shrine, and see what else we come across, because that's really all it's coming down to for this stream. Ah. I think I'm familiar with this area. If I'm not mistaken, this is... Yeah, I know what this is. 1 second. Okay, we're gonna have to prepare, like so. Alright, do a quick save. And if I'm not mistaken, what we do... Someone gathered and brought here countless boxes, barrels, packs, and crates. Judging by the dust, no one touched the most of these for months. The floor between the crates is scattered with items, clothing, weapons, provisions. Examining everything will take several hours. Alright. Well, if it hasn't been disturbed for months, might as well. Alright. A number amount of loot. And we got a enchanted gnome hooked hammer. Datura. It is a +3 gnome hooked hammer that if they fail a will saving throw, they fall asleep. Interesting.
There's nowhere to sleep in this stupid hole. My back aches for the 4th day in a row because of the cold.
With their mouths open, 3 hill giants stare at you, puzzled. Finally, after a long pause, one of them points his finger at you.
You. Ask him, Grug. Shut up, Brick!
The third giant seems silent all this time. Judging by his expression, he seems to be trying to figure out what's going on. Clearing his throat, Grug turns back to you. Who are you?
Or who are you?
I'm Senator Armstrong. I was just passing by. Grug's thunderous laughter almost deafens you.
No, this won't work with us.
Breck lips his lips with his huge sore-covered tongue.
Let's eat them, Drug. We'll eat them, right?
Grug answers with a menacing smile. What do you think? Okay, I guess not. I guess, aggression. Violence, as it is. But as you can see, the strength damage is coming in clutch. Like, oh my goodness. Sundowner is powerful when he wants to be. Whew, juicy. I'm not complaining, that's loot, extra loot. Alright, great clubs are pretty useless, so we'll avoid those. Hide armor is pretty useless. Is there anything else? No, there's not. Okay. So, yeah. I could have went with the Chaos neutral option, but that defects alignment, so I'm not going to do it often. I'm sure there's funny interactions you can get, though, so there is that to keep in mind. In this case, though, no. Okay. From here, we're going to go to the Mysterious Shrine. I guess we can also claim stuff, so while we're on that, we're going to move and claim as we go.
Arrest is in order.
Okay, try to avoid the monsters. Evade. There we go. We'll go into the Mysterious Shrine, even though we are tired, because we might as well get as much territory claimed, or at least as much things explored as possible. The more we do, the better. Alright, let's get Bark Skin. No need to buffer up any more than we have. Okay, it appears that we've managed to find... Ah, hold on. I see, so this is one of the areas. Hold on. So I need to do a quick Google search on... Alright, so... What is this? We've seen this earlier in the stream. And if I'm not mistaken, it's somewhere here. Here we go, the Ravenous Queen. Okay, so, Ravenous Queen. There is a correct order in her puzzle thing. There is always a hint, though, it seems. But in order to do that, you have to go through a lot of tedious and time-traveling error. It's a whole mess. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a rough idea on what you need to do. So give me a second while I bring up the tab. Okay. If I am not mistaken... Alright, so we're currently at... Alright, where are we? Okay, so we're looking at Mysterious Shrine 1, if I'm not mistaken. No, not Mysterious Shrine 1. We're looking at... Okay, I'm not sure where. No, we need Mysterious Shrine 1, so I was right. Okay, so we need to go from row 2, column 3. So, to give you a rough idea what that means, it's row 2. Or, hold on. What is row? Yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out. Yeah, alright, so I was right. So this is row 2, column 3. And that's basically the answer to the riddle. I don't think there's anything else here, monster-wise or anything-wise. So it's really just a dead end of sorts, it may look like, but it's basically a quest part in regards to the Ravenous Queen quest. So it's good to keep that in mind as you're going along. But I digress. With that completed and out of the way, we can just keep moving on, I think. And we shouldn't be hampered too heavily. But I digress. That is yet another thing that we just don't need to worry about. Okay, from here, we should have like a few clear bits here that we can check out, I think. I'm not sure what is around here, but we'll check all the same. Alright, off we go. Okay, that's connected. along here. Okay. Feast of Nail. A troop of Hell Knights. Alright. The king's servants halted the bloodshed on both sides. The Order of the Nail has secured itself in the region, and the locals will soon get used to the new way of thinking. Good. Now we can support the general's endeavors should we so desire. Although we will have to deal with the rats. That is another issue that we will have to address at some point. But we can support the general's endeavors and make his edicts a little bit better and get it to 6. If we so desire, that is. For now, we're going to go to the Sunny Glade, I think, to get that claimed. Right, claim. Where else do we want to go? We can go and claim the Calm Bay, I suppose. But I'm actually gonna head back to the kingdom so we can put our efforts elsewhere. Let's continue. Let's go back to the kingdom, let's go level up our stuff and go from there. No need to stand on ceremony after all. Alright, teleport back to the Shrike Hills. Alright, rest. I could just rest in the kingdom. Why not? Let's enter Tustdale, enter the throne room. There we go. Let's go back into our kingdom. Or let's go back to rest real quick. And off we go. To bed. Alright, let's see what we find later on. Okay. Let's grab that flail. +1 flail, not bad. Alright, New America. Let's go. Alright, Lost Dwarven Knowledge. We've managed to complete that edict. Nice. Okay, we can support the general's endeavors. But before that, I'd like to see if there's anything else we need to do. Training. Can support castle. No, we're good on that. Scouting the northern region. Aldori Fighting School. No. No, we're just going to focus on leveling up the general, I think. That way we can get more edicts done. It never hurts to do, so basically, yeah, we're just going to do the edicts and go from there. See what happens. Alright, Trail of Misfortune, take care of the Fae. We've discovered what's going on, so we need to take care of the Fae. Alright, we missed out on the circus, unfortunately. And the shipwreck is also failed, so we can just reload. That is why we save. Let's just hope we manage to make it happen. More than anything. Alright, come on, rank up. Okay. Failure on the circus again. Failure on the opportunity again. Okay. No, we need to reload again. And make sure both are success, which is going to be a bit hard, but they are 60% plus, I do believe. So it's not going to be that hard. At least I hope. Alright, that's the general endeavors again. Come on, succeed. Circus is gone. Alright, the shipwreck was a success, but still, I'm not happy, so let's keep going. Come on. I need to get that. Need to get the success. But as you can tell, it's kind of annoying that you have to do this, but it's not like I can really change what I'm doing, so Unfortunately, that's just how the cookie crumbles. Okay, the circus is made. We got 10 espionage because of it. And the shipwreck is a success. Good. Done. I'm satisfied with those results, I believe. No fails. Good. And the espionage is boosted up, so that's a good thing. Alright, Mineral Spring. Opportunity. Combat Priest is an opportunity. General Request an audience. Rats are everywhere. Okay, who are gonna dress for this? Let's see. I think what we need most is espionage, so we're gonna get Jathal on that. And just keep her working, essentially. Tristan can get on the opportunity there. We'll get Ragongar on this opportunity. General Quest an audience. Let's save before we do check out this opportunity, and let's get going. So we'll start with the audience before we put him locked into anywhere specific. Just to see what's going down, basically.
Stephen Armstrong. Here's the thing. We whipped Numeria into line and make a good show of it. But we lost a lot of soldiers along the way. Our good neighbors must be imagining how they'll divide to our territories between them. That's what I've been doing in their position. We have to renew our ranks before it's too late. You could call up local citizens. However, all the volunteers are either already recruited or 6 feet underground. That means we'll either take in the weaklings or we do it by force. We'll train them to kill, and then one fine morning, they'll take up a blade in the heart. Not a bright future, huh? It's best to pay the mercenaries. That bunch of daredevils is dreaming of fighting for the war chief like you. And these guys are tough and dangerous men, not some untrained farmhands.
Yeah, bugger it, why not? My subjects have spilled enough blood. We have plenty of gold to hire mercenaries.
I'll strike a bargain with the mercenaries. I'd have joined them if I had become your general. Loads of weapons, pockets full of gold, and no trace of remorse. That's kind of party.
Alright. We got some more defenders, potentially, so that's nice. And more treasuries. Alright. Let us use some... Let's see an example of elven metalwork. Why not? Just because I can. Okay, we've got some more stuff. Half-elf brought some stuff. Alright, what do you have? Let's get a... As a tailor, you should know... No. I need some new clothing. Sure, why not? Okay. Apparently there's a reason, so I'm gonna have to talk with the dude again. But yeah, that's another thing for another time. Alright, Farask has brought Trickster gloves, nice. So yeah, I'm getting a lot of treasure stuff, mainly. It appears that there's a bloody craft going on. Light Absorber is a +2 chain shirt. Draping Veil of Prowess. 10 electricity and cold resistance, +2 deflection bonus to AC, and large person. Interesting. Trickster's Gloves. +5 luck bonus on mobility, and ability to cast Cloak of Dreams. I mean, it's something. It's something interesting, I'll say. Now, do I want to get more Intimidate or focus on Persuasion? Do I want... I don't know. Do I want Dexterity or do I want Strength? That's the key thing here. I'll keep it for now until I can figure out another use for it. And the gloves are a mobility check. So that is going to require a check on mobility specifically. Sundowner is the best for mobility. And he's already got gloves for trickery. So that's going to be kind of pointless. Unless the amulet's already doing that for me. Hold on. 5 from the trap stinger gloves, plus 4 from other. Yeah, no, the necklace of double crosses is an innate bonus. So, never mind that. Okay, never mind. Let us see what edicts there are left. Okay, we've got some projects. We got a rank up. There's some others, which is Defender of the Land. Let's scout the northern region with Keston. Alright, let's... Oh, we're at negative 141. We should probably get a bunch of gold on that. Alright, 200 BP worth. We get 60 back. So we're going to get 50. So let's scout the northern regions. We can get Valerie on the Aldori Fighting School, I guess, if we wish. We can also... let's see, what else we got? We got curses, we got training. I think we need to train Bartholomew as a diplomat, so we're going to get Bartholomew on his own duty. Let's just get 500 BP in the coffers. We're going to get Bartholomew on this. Alright, we can, let's see, Bartholomew is good now. Curses we'll leave alone. We can get aggressive expansion, we can get restoration. Let's see. Trade agreement with Sertova. Let's see what we got. We've got trade agreement with Galt. There's enhanced border control. Alright, let's go with enhanced border control with Valerie here. Strategic partnership. So that'll cost us 300 gold. So hold on. Enhanced trade. Increases each settlement income by +1 when trading with Sertova. Trading Westrov. Every region along the Brevin border with a non-military upgrade provides 2 BP per week. Okay. Economy and relations by +7. So that's 7 economy, 7 relations. Relations would be pretty good to have, actually. Actually, we should probably rank up our relations, actually. Let's see, who was on relations? Treasurer, High Priest, Grand Diplomat. Regent, I think was relations, or no? God, who was relations? Was it... Is it Bartholomew? Yeah, no, Bartholomew's a relation, so I won't be able to rank him up just yet, unless I cancel the, his strengthening him skills. You know what? Let's focus on ranking him up first. Alright. Not the Regent. Not the Treasurer. We want to support our Grand Diplomat. So we're going to start with the Grand Diplomat. And let's organize what we want. We're going to want the... Not the trade agreements, but we'll get enhanced border control with Valerie. We'll get a strategic partnership to get some more BP. We can have advanced trade later on. We can have trade with Restov, it seems. Every region along the Brevin border with non-military upgrade provides 2 BP per week. Okay, we'll worry about those later. Okay. But for the events, we'll do that. We'll do this. Okay, both are going to be successful, obviously. Alright, economy-wise, we will get the enhanced border control and the strategic partnership. That leaves 5, 6, 7, 8, so we got 2 more individuals who can work. Well, no, technically 1. Because Bartholomew will be busy. Okay, who else do we have? Keston. Alright, who isn't currently working? I think the curator is the only one who isn't working. Alright, but that is mainly because there is nothing for him to do, I don't think. Alright, diplomat. No, he can't work on that. Alright, economy. Restoration, no. Okay, so we can't get anything else, really. But we can focus on the Grand Diplomat endeavors, so let's do a quick save. And let's level up the, diplomacy. Although, that said, do I want to do that, or do I want to do the quest? You know what, let's just do this. Just so we have it. I'm doing it because I can. I've certainly got the time to spend, I think. Okay. Rats everywhere has failed, but I can reload that. That's easy. Alright, let's do a load. Man, tedious. That just summarizes everything. Okay. Alright, rats have been successful, mineral sing, combat priests, research. Alright. Now we have 4 events. We can talk with Black Diplomat. We've got a problem that we need to resolve. I think what we're going to want is Arcane to level up, so we're going to set Octavia here. Give her a crisis point to deal with. Rest in Peace. We're going to get the Storyteller on that to increase culture. And they're all in this together. We'll just get Tristan on that. Because that is a DC 25, this is DC 21, that's a DC 25, okay. Okay. That is those problems sorted. Do a quick save, like so. Let's open up the Grand Diplomat thing to see what requests we have. And let's see what we've got, diplomacy-wise.
Your Highness, I'm afraid I have bad news. Today the river they caught a man making a map of rivers and bays in our lands. He said he was a scout for the Black Marquis, and was drawing a map to open trade route with us. Oh, but everyone knows the greedy and deceptive nature of these pirates. It's more likely that they're preparing an attack against us. I do not recommend we try impressing them with military parades. Pirates are fearless and stupid. They're not afraid of a stronger opponent. It's better we receive him as a dear guest and convince him that it would be beneficial to be friends with us. Or we could do the complete opposite and pretend we're a poor backwards country with no treasures or riches whatsoever. This would yield the best result. Deceive him. Convince him we're a backwater country with little to offer. Great. This pirate will doubly regret his mission, because there's nothing worthy waiting for him here.
We'll just underplay our parts, if we can. Good day, Boken. Mad Scientist gloves. Thank you. You know what? Thank you. Let's just let him make his own thing, 'cause I don't really care anymore. Loot is loot at the end of the day, after all. We got Menace, and we're keeping going. Nice. Alright, there's the Extinguisher. It's a +2 Great Axe that works as a +6 weapon against Will-O-Wisps. The Extinguisher. Against Will-O-Wisps, the weapon's enchantment bonus is +4 better. Okay. Interesting. Menace, a +3 Brilliant Energy Dueling Sword. Grants its wielders +2 luck bonus to CMD, and a +2 luck bonus to CMB. Menace, or rather Brilliant Energy, is a fantastic ability. A Brilliant Energy weapon ignores non-living matter. Armor and shield bonuses to AC, including enchantment bonuses to armor, do not count against it because a weapon passes through armor. It cannot harm undead, constructs, or objects, but that is the trade-off. You can bypass significant armor because of it, making hits much easier. So it's good to keep that in mind. Definitely good. Alright. I think that just leaves, well, deciding what we do next. Okay. We can continue to support the Grand Diplomat if we so desire. But I do believe I can get a special thing if I keep going with him? It's either that or something else. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not entirely sure. But I think I'm going to start focusing on not aggressive expansion, because we've got expansion pretty good. Well, hold on. Allows faster region claims and upgrades, reducing the time required by half. Well, it's something. I'll grab that. Why not? Alright, restoration of the Silver Shield Fortress. Eldoroi Fighting School. Bronze Shield Fortress. Okay, there's no special effect if we go that way. We can get that if we so desire, but we need to have somebody free. Okay. Eldoroi Fighting School is an option. Defenders of Land, though. We're probably going to want that. Alright, let's set that up. Alright, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's 9. So we're left with only 2 other individuals. We can either get Jathal upgraded. Yeah, no, we're gonna get Jathal upgraded. Alright, I think that's it then. We'll do a quick save. And I'm gonna make this the last edict, because I've got, yeah, I've got prepared for the next game. Which is gonna be fun in its own right, I'm sure. Okay. Alright, Minister's efforts have been done. Cash done. Rest in peace failed. Alright, we reload then. Alright, load. But hey, Jathal's upgrading, so that's good. Alright, come on. Okay. Rest in peace has been done. Good. Alright, events. Minister demands our presence. Curator needs our help. Alright, pair people. Alright, spider invasion. We should have Gungar on that. Okay. Bunch of edicts, though, it seems. Alright, let's get Bartholomew back on that. Bread and circles. I guess we can get the storyteller on that. Paper people. If we get Bartholomew on that, that's actually going to be a bit better for him. But he won't be, or other people won't be better at it, I think. Yeah, no, they're busy with the enhanced order and strategic thing. So I'll have to wait. Alright, let's see what the curator needs our help with first. Then we'll go from there. Okay.
We captured a spy, a mercenary from Daggermark. This city is like a spider at the center of a web of intrigue that entangles all of the river kingdoms. The spy identified his master. Once she realized we were following her, she anticipated the tortures she was facing, and claimed that she wished to come over to us, just as people of weak loyalty do. Should we trust her? I, for one, am not that stupid. She's only worried about her own skin. Loyalty is out of the question. However, it would be short-sighted not to make use of her knowledge. We could use magic to brainwash her and command her obedience, but that's not the most reliable solution. Besides, a couple of years later, she'd be useless as a dumb vegetable. The best way to control her is to spill blood, if she betrays us. The blood of her friends and family. Her obedience can be ensured if we take the right people hostage.
That sounds like a plan. Let's take her friends and family as hostage, why not?
Perfect. I'll give her a vivid description of her family's future, if she should choose to betray us. It's going to be a long story.
And, yeah, we need loyal spies. Even if that means we have to wring them into submission.
Your Highness, my calculations show that we haven't spent all the money we've allocated for cultural development. I have 3 projects on one of which we could spend the surplus. First of all, we can send forth our outstanding violin player who wishes to tour the River Kingdoms. Second, there is a provincial teacher collecting the legend, beliefs, and traditions of your subjects. As a third option, we can order a series of etchings depicting your army's feats and campaigns. It's an easy guess, Your Highness. I suggest that you pay attention to folk wisdom collector. I myself am working on preserving tales from ancient times. He's working hard on preserving modern-day tales from our descendants. The one can't do without the other, and both complement each other nicely.
Alright. Alright, well tell me more about each candidate.
The violin player endeavors are commendable. Besides, when people hear his music and learn that you, Your Highness, are the one who made his concerts possible, then they will certainly grant you the favor and respect. The Legends Gatherer work seems the most useful, not only for our descendants. Your subjects, Your Highness, will be proud of their culture, thus they might dedicate more time and money to its development. As for the series of etchings, I may be blind, but even I can see this artist's true self-serving motives. And I can't say I agree with her desire to glorify the army and the officer's life. Art must reflect life, not distort the truth.
I do think for the future we're going to need to preserve art conditions of the kingdom. It's for the best. Alright. Minister has been that's done. Alright, we've got 5, so we can just summarize these guys real quick. 65%, that's fine. 45%, that'll have to do. We won't be able to get the whale hunt this time, but that's fine. Curator's endeavors will have to wait. The minister's endeavors, we can level up if we so desire. Or we can get her on loyal spies, which would help get +1 espionage every time. Okay, so every time the minister fails to resolve a situation, she gets +1 espionage. No, that's not good. Restoration of the Silver Shield Fortress. Let's do that. Alright, let's rank up, get the minister's endeavors. Alright. Let's save. And you know what? I think I'm going to call it here. I've done a lot of things that I can do. And it seems like we got quite a few things to do before we, well, we can do them, but I'm not going to do them. I've got other things to do today, so that'll have to wait. But I digress. For those of you who... Hey Bob, how you doing? I'm just going to be closing up stream, so I apologize, but you can watch the VOD. It's there. For those of you on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification if you want to see more of my stuff. I stream daily, so if you want to catch my streams, you can catch me at 3 to 7 MST time. For today, this was just an exception. I had to do this because I felt like skipping a day was just rude. Yeah. Basically, I got it out, and I'm happy that I did, so yeah. But yeah, I stream 3 to 7 MST time, and if you want to catch more of my streams, you can catch me 3 to 7. If you want to see more of my content, you can either go to YouTube or Twitch. YouTube for the older content, Twitch for the newer content. That's the best basic way to go about it. For those of you who are on Twitch, or those of you from YouTube going to Twitch, follows are always appreciated. The more followers I have, the more content I can give you guys. And yeah, I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. And I'll see you next stream in, like, at least for you guys, it should be 3 PM MST time, which will be Elden Ring. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Take care, and have a good day.